Good day, managers. My name is Nicole Uggan, and today we'll be talking about the importance of understanding your learners' or employees' needs. Here is just a little bit of what we'll be going over. Go ahead and read over it, but once all is said and done, there are several skills that can be obtained by both employees and managers. Literacy, the ability to communicate effectively; health and well-being, the ability to take care of oneself and others; thinking skills, the ability to think critically; numeracy, the ability to solve problems; and employability, having a positive attitude towards work. Now, let's talk about 5 important principles of learning. First, behaviorism, which is the principle that learners learn from their environment. A stimulus is present, and then a response is elicited. A decent strategy to use is repetition. As managers, you must provide tasks that require repetitive behavior. In order for employees to repeat certain behaviors, they need to be positively reinforced, like constant praise or compliments. If an employee is reinforced, the behavior that you want to be elicited will occur. We need to understand that learners need repetition before they can effectively learn new material. A second principle of learning is cognitivism. This deals with the cognitive thought process on how and why employees learn. It deals with encoding, storing, and retrieving memory. This is one of the main ways we as society are taught today. A huge strategy to use when trying to teach learners is using visual and audio tools to teach information. Providing graphs, tables, or videos will help learners think critically. We need to understand that it can be difficult for learners to stay interested when learning new material. Therefore, we must keep the learners interested by creating creative audio and visual presentations. Now, we look into the learning principle of motivation. In learning, motivation is the ability to give reason to someone to do something. There are 2 different types of motivation, extrinsic and intrinsic. Extrinsic deals with external factors, and intrinsic deals with internal factors. A huge strategy for managers to use is rewards. Vacation time or pay raises are huge extrinsic motivational factors. On the other hand, challenges for self-accomplishment or challenges that promote a purposeful and competent background are huge intrinsic motivational factors. I mean, let's face it, we need to understand that learners will learn more if they have the motivation to do so, and by providing both factors, companies can receive more quality and quantity in work productivity. Next, let's look into the principle of emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence, or EQ, is the ability to understand one's own emotions and others' emotions, then use it to find ways for improvement. It is the ability to act on gut instinct rather than factual information when learning or having to make decisions. A great strategy to teach or improve emotional intelligence is modeling. Both managers and employees must model this type of intelligence as it helps increase learning skills and the social settings. Managers should learn the emotional triggers of their employees and use it to create a more positive environment. We need to understand that emotional intelligence is just as important as cognitive intelligence. They should portray their positive emotions on a daily basis. Finally, let's look at the last principle, multiple intelligence. There are 8 different types: bodily kinesthetic, interpersonal, verbal linguistic, logical mathematical, naturalistic, interpersonal, visual spatial, and musical. A strategy to use with this is test taking and role playing. Just having your employees take a multiple intelligence test and understand each one will help them change their thought process on how they learn. They will learn to have more positive outlook on life and adapt to change. They can also role play each intelligence. Managers can put each employee in the right section pertaining to their type of intelligence, or vice versa, to help them improve in one section. It is important to understand their needs as every employee is different. Moreover, there are several reasons why it's important to apply learning theory to training and education. First, because it gives us a better purpose and idea behind teaching. It provides a guide to how learners process and store information. It is the core of our educational institute. Second, it gives a background on how employees learn. Then, will allow managers to use different methods to improve productivity and meet the needs of managers and employees. In all, before we can teach, we must know how to teach and how learners learn. To sum it all up, knowing all this information about the learning theories will assist you as managers with your future career, as you will know how to teach and train your employees, and you will know how to meet the needs of both employees and managers. You will also be equipped with the knowledge of the different learning theories, and you will be able to apply those principles by teaching different strategies. Here are my references. Thank you, and I hope you find my presentation noteworthy.